Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already noticed, things look a little bit different. Well, there's a reason for that, so without further ado, it's time to tell you the story of how I got hacked. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I have my suspicions. It could have been malware I accidentally downloaded from a fellow YouTuber's wrestling mod channel, or maybe it was a .exe file that I clicked on against my better judgment. Either way, what happened next sent me on a whirlwind of emotions. Anyway, I stepped away from my PC to help my wife with some schoolwork, basic stuff. I'm having a good time, she's having a good time, just totally unaware that cyber villains are now sneaking into my digital kingdom. And while all that was going on, I was none the wiser when the hackers stole my Google information. They might have gotten in using either a keylogger or a session token. I don't really know. These are just things that I stumbled across doing my research. What I do know is that I got a strange email that my password was changed. It pains me to even relive this right now, as it's still so fresh in my mind, but when I finally returned to my computer, it was already too late. I'd been hacked. My passwords changed, my recovery number swapped, and a new passkey was added. I was locked out of my own life in less than 45 minutes. This was a very scary time for me, and really, it still is, to be locked out of my own life, or my whole digital life. My photos, my emails, my contacts, my spreadsheets, etc. My YouTube was all on that account. Let me just continue on. So, like any desperate soul, I remembered the horror stories that I read about this happening to other YouTubers on Reddit, and I turned to Twitter because apparently that's how you're supposed to contact YouTube. So I contacted Team YouTube, but let me tell you, the waiting game is torture. At first, I immediately got a bunch of replies from bots, I'm assuming, suggesting that I DM some random white hat hacker to reclaim my access back. But at that point, I mean, we're already at the fool me once territory. There's no need to make it any worse. So I eventually got a reply from Team YouTube saying that they'll DM me, and man, if that wasn't some of the slowest waiting times for a reply, it's like, hey, I get it. They got a lot of people in dire situations, I'm sure. It's just when your house is burning down, it's hard to feel bad for your neighbor's fence. So after a few back and forth long emails of them giving me self-help options, which are super unhelpful because I've already Googled those things, but that's what you gotta do. That's tier 1 troubleshooting. They give you the generic stuff like, did you try to reset your password? Yeah, I did. I kind of need you guys' help. Anyway. So our first attempt to crack the lock, the hackers took it back. It failed. They were just quick. They were way quicker than I was when they sent the reset password thingy. Man, it was terrible. I was in complete distress. I couldn't focus. My wife was trying to calm me down and tell me to sleep because it was getting late. And then she could see that I was getting physically ill. Like, oh my goodness. It was terrible. I had a crazy headache. I just couldn't think about anything else. It was bad. It was really bad. So I go to bed, barely. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, checking my phone desperately, hoping to hear something back from YouTube. Turns out they did send me something back, a second attempt at that reset crack, but I missed it because I was asleep, and they didn't message me back until 3 hours after I messaged them. I was already asleep at that point. So I'm freaking out again. I'm praying that I get my channel back. Oh crap, let me tell you what these fuckers did to my channel. I mean, y'all can see that something ain't right, but here's what happened. They deleted all my videos, my channel art, changed my name to Ripple XP, and turned my channel into some stupid crypto scam thing. They also got a hold of my Instagram and made me follow a bunch of people. So I did actually learn some insight into how those websites work, where they say, oh, pay for followers, which I don't do. I don't need to do or want to do. Just doesn't feel good. Anyway. So they're able to get real followers because they're not using bot accounts. They're stealing people's login information and they're making them follow other people. Because I changed a lot of my passwords, and I still saw that my Instagram came up as separate under Meta, because Meta will hold your Facebook, your Instagram, and something called Meta whatever. But I was looking back and I saw somehow they got back into my Instagram. Anyway, back to the story. So Hours are going by. I'm begging, I'm pleading for live help. They don't call. There's no number to call. You can call their headquarters, but their headquarters is just a machine saying you need to go online. I'm getting a bunch of emails again of the advanced recovery thing, like reset your password. I'm telling them that they set up a passkey. So if you guys don't know, a passkey is like a physical device. Well, it's supposed to be your phone, but they have actual physical devices. This was on some Watch Dogs 2 Mr. Robot type stuff. It was crazy. I was praying to the point, like, can we get just one more attempt to crack this to see if they're asleep or not looking? Because I'm assuming they're in a different time zone. So I was just going through it. So after what felt like eons, I get that small little glimmer of hope. Team YouTube finally sends me a lifeline, and we ready to dive back into the battle. And it was not like any of those hacker movies where you're clicking and clacking at the keys. I mean, it felt like that in my head because I'm trying to what's that word, disassociate and make it something where I don't cry. But man, it wasn't as fun as like, okay, I'm on the keys fighting the other guy on the keys. No, it was a grueling struggle, and that I was losing, and I was hopelessly outmatched, outgunned at every step of the way. But with this last crack, I was able to, crack the code and reclaim my channel. I locked them digital doors behind me so goddamn fast, man. I started changing passwords on everything and adding two-factor security to everything. That, for real, I thought I had already had it on. Like, I'm fairly certain my Google had two-factor authentication, passkey, all that stuff. So that's why I said they either got in through a session token or a keylogger. If you want to know what any of those two things are, just let me know in the comments, and I'll probably make a separate video on that. As I mentioned earlier, they deleted my videos, they changed my channel into a crypto scam, and they even got into the Instagram. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, those sneaky hackers cleaned out my goddamn Steam wallet, all the money that I saved up for this year's spring sale. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying it was only $100, so that's probably not nothing compared to you guys' wallets, but to me it was a lot. I'm saving up as best as I can. That was money that I had worked hard for, and I was gonna buy some games on sale. All right, never mind. I don't even know if that part's gonna stay in. It's just a rant. I'm getting a little emotional. Let me just move on. So I reached out to Steam, and of course the icing on the cake was that Steam just refused to look at my support tickets. Well, nope, that's not true. They looked at my support tickets, sent me some generic stuff about securing my account, and then closed my support tickets. Tickets as in plural. I sent multiple support tickets, and they were saying, well, basically the way they did it was they didn't buy a game on your account. They bought some digital item from some Russian guy. Man, all right, let me trying to get upset. I'm just trying to tell the story as it is without the emotion. My bad. And they said that it's pretty much was my fault that my accounts were secure. They're not gonna credit me or refund me, and basically they can't do anything but fuck all. And they said, we're sorry. We're sorry to hear that happened to you. Too bad. So sad. Bye bye. So thanks for that. Thanks, team. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate spending my money with you guys, and enjoy how safe I feel with you as my digital storefront. Thank you so much. YouTube support. They said that my account would revert back to normal after a week of healing. And yes, he did use the word healing. That was a lie. It's been a week since I made this video. Or since I'm working on this video. I don't know when I'm going to release it just because got a lot going on. And I basically have to make new channel art or try to find it, because I made the channel art a while back ago, and some of my videos are starting to pop back up in they all popped up as private, some of them, and I just got to manually release them and create all my playlist over. They deleted the playlist, the podcast playlist. It's just annoying. They did a lot. Surprisingly though, they didn't touch my community posts, so that was nice, because I had a bunch of community posts all in the pipeline, so I guess they couldn't find a way to select all and delete, so that's cool. Or whatever, that it is what it is. So I just think of this as going to be like a kind of a small reboot, because I can't drop all 900 videos at once. That's going to fuck up my algorithm crazy. So the plan is going to be this. I'm going to take a mental break for a few weeks, and while that's happening, some of my older videos are going to be released. Then after that time, maybe before, because I'm really itching to get back in the saddle, but I actually do have a lot of other real life obligations I gotta attend to anyway. I'll be back though. I'll be back with the live streams. I really like connecting with you guys, and I'll be back with more edited videos, like, you know, the reviews, there's movies. Oh man, I'm sorry. Let me finish. There's reviews and news stories. Thankfully though, the website is still safe. They didn't mess with that, so cypherspit.com, that's still safe if you ever want to check that out. It's alright, you know, it's fine. It is what it is. Even with all that happening to me, you know what, guys? I'm not giving up. I'm just taking this setback and turning it into a comeback. That's what West Philly AJ said to me. So stay tuned, because we're going to be coming back stronger than ever. And hey, if you want to support the channel, just hit that like button or leave a comment. You know, every little bit of engagement just means the world to me. I'm trying here, guys. Let me stop rambling. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, folks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a deep breath and map out some videos or something. Bye.